What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist where I have all the videos and then folders make the video looking for a lot easier. What I wanted to talk about now was because of my previous video, something I wanted to discuss, which is getting your point across, right? Proving a point. Now, on my channel, in no way do I think I'm some kind of super gangster or think that I'm down or think that I know everything and that I'm never wrong, and I don't think none of that, right? To be honest with you, I don't care if people think that I'm a gangster or not. They could say, oh, this fool's like, gee, he's down for a shit. I don't care about what they say. I don't care if they say I'm a pussy, a weenie, I ain't down. I don't care if they compliment or if they discompliment. It's irrelevant to me. You get what I'm saying? That's not what I'm looking for, and it's not what I'm trying to do. It's not what I'm trying to state either. You know what I mean? I come and simply speak my mind. I'm not trying to convince people that I'm down or that I'm not. It's irrelevant to me. I don't care. Because I know who I am and I have nothing to prove to nobody. So I'm confident within myself. So people's opinions of what they think about me, it's irrelevant to me. You get what I'm saying? So I never come on here to try to give this facade or anything like that. Because to be honest with you, I don't care about strangers' opinions. I honestly don't. When it comes to my character, because nobody knows who I am more than myself. You know what I mean? So I'm confident with myself. That's why I don't have to be constantly trying to defend myself or caring about people's opinions. That's only if they doubt themselves. So I never have to worry about that. Because if there's one thing that I always get, and it happens a lot on the internet, and I think people don't notice this, is that maybe a third of your audience, you know what I mean? A third of your audience is just watching your videos just because they're waiting for you to slip. The only reason they're watching is because they're waiting to catch you saying something dumb or something negative or whatever. But they're waiting for you to slip for they could plaster you about it. That is how the internet works. That is how there's individuals that carry themselves like that. You know what I mean? Now I can't say why they carry themselves the way they carry themselves. Because you would have to get to know each and every one of these individuals and see why they tick the way they tick. You know what I mean? When it comes to the psychology behind it. But there's obviously some kind of psychological trauma there. That's without a doubt. But they wait for you to slip. That's why they get, like, sometimes when they watch people's lives, they want them to smoke one up or to chug the beer, because they want them to be intoxicated. That way they could start talking. And you guys see on my lives, I be drinking my King Cobras and everything, and my conversations never change. That's because I'm not trying to keep a lie together. That's not because I'm trying to put up a character. I stay the same, and people say I drink like about 2 King Cobra, 3 King Cobras, you know what I mean? That's because that's my honest opinions. I do recognize what people are trying to do. I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? I just roll with the flow. But my opinion's not going to change, and it never does, because those are my real opinions. You know what I mean? It's not a facade that I'm trying to put up. It's genuine how I think. You know what I mean? I never come on here, like I said, to try to convince people to think that I'm some kind of super G and that I know everything, and I don't know everything. And I'm wrong about a lot of stuff. It's kind of like the G series. I'm not acting like I know everything about every barrio and everything like that. I mean, the reason why I do those videos to begin with is because homies from those barrios asked me if I could hook them up. They're the ones that shoot me the pictures with the info of their barrio, and I just do the videos. It's not because I think that I know this about this barrio. I'm just talking out of my ass. My boy, those pictures and the info's coming from those homies from those barrios, my boy. So it's not that I think I know everything or every barrio. You know what I mean? I do know a lot of homies. I do know, I have kicked it with a bunch of homies in their barrios. And yes, all of that true, but not every barrio. Not, you know what I'm saying? That info gets shot, by those homies. So if people ever wonder how I get that or why I do the videos, well, there you go. Because homies asked me to. You know what I mean? I just pay my respects. As a matter of fact, that's how the G series started, because before my channel, I was pushing the music and stuff like that. And then, in my label, there's homies that are from barrios, Hey, put my neighborhood up there, my boy, because I did one about my neighborhood. So then I put his, then the other homie, then the other homie, and then the homies, hey. And then next thing you know, I'm getting all kinds of emails and blah, blah, blah. And that's how this shit all started to begin with. So don't think that I just did it just because I woke up one day and I said, yep, this is what I'm going to do. But people always assume, they rush to conclusions and want to be talking smack without even knowing the story. I often find that very funny. That's the purpose of this video. When you want to get your point across, whenever you want to state your point or anything like that, it's never good to go based off of emotions, right? Off of your of the heat of the moment, right? Because you dislike what this person said, and you got heated, and now you're gonna go and try to leave your opinion. It's never good to do that. That's why a lot of people's opinions get dismantled, because when you're going based off of pure emotions, you're never gonna get your point across. The reason why I'm able to sit down and listen to a person who is disagreeing with me and stuff like that is because potentially he could be right. Potentially I could be wrong. You get what I'm saying? I never think I'm right. You know what I mean? I'm hearing him out because potentially he might make some points and he actually might be right. I never think that I'm right and I can't be wrong. That's foolish to think like that. If you ever go into a debate thinking that you can't be wrong is absolutely ridiculous. Because this person could have some valid merit points. You know what I mean? That's why I always hear it out, because they could, I'm actually listening to them, while when I'm talking, they're not listening to me. And that's why I could always state my points across to them, because they choose not to listen to mine, because they're just going like if you're going into a conversation with somebody, but you already have your mind made up, my boy, then that conversation is pointless, homie, because you're not going to try to, because he already has his mind made up. You get what I'm saying? There's no point in talking to people like that, because they're not going to listen, homie. You know what I mean? Never go into a conversation, not wanting to listen. Hear the other side out. You know what I mean? Trust me, I hear the other side out even when it's some cuckoo stuff. But just to get an idea of why they maybe see it like that, but, like potentially, grasp, something out of it. Compared to when you don't, because then a lot of people on my channel, they don't like me. A lot of people come in my comments and try to have conversations with me, debates, right, about certain things. And I know that they ended up seeing it one way or the other, because they leave the conversation and they no longer reply, and they no longer try to bug, about it. Because I know that they seen what I was talking about. Not trying to boast that I'm right or whatever, like I said, because there's been a lot of conversations where I've been wrong, and I have told people in the comment like, oh yeah, you're right, like, hey, go look it up. And I'm never aguitado about it, because it's only going to make you better as a person, right? Accepting your errors. Everybody makes them, you know what I'm saying? Accepting them is only going to make you better as a person. So there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? I always give props to the other side, like, hey, gracias, because, now they schooled me, they put me up on something, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because we're not always going to be right about everything, but that's why it's important to listen, instead of wanting to argue with this person just because you want to prove them wrong. You get what I'm saying? It's never good to do that, because then you end up looking foolish in the end. You get what I'm saying? It's, how can I say? Like I said, it's never good to go based off of emotions. And this video is not about the homie from the last comment, the homie that left a comment about the rules and stuff like that. This is actually to a guy, Marvel or whatever, something like that, who had left the comment, but he deleted it, where he was talking smack already. But when you're a YouTuber, you get this app, so you're still able to see their comments, even though they delete them, they retract their comments, whatever. You're still able to see them. And I find funny what he wanted to leave, right? Because I already had seen so many counter flaws in that comment that it wasn't even funny. And I guess he's seen it too, and he was like, oh, you know what? Let me take it back. Never mind. That's why, because it's never good to do that going based off of emotion. I get it. People don't like me. I get it. That they, you know what I mean? For whatever reason, they think that I'm some kind of, that I'm trying to convince people that I'm not trying to convince people nothing. Speaking my mind, that's it. If you see it that way, then I'm sorry, that's a personal problem, bro. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I honestly don't give a flying F whatever people think about me. They could think I'm a bitch, a pussy. They could think that I'm down and crazy. I don't care, bro. It's irrelevant. You know, maybe other people care about what other people think about them, and maybe they want to put up these, fronts, to convince people. Not everybody's the same, and not everybody's trying to do, what other people try to do. There's some of us that legitimately just don't care, bro. They could think that I'm this and this and that, and it's pointless to. I don't care, bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm just me. I'm confident being me. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you want to get your points across, never go in based off of your emotions. Come, calm, and collect, and ready to listen. You know what I mean? And then state your case. Because when you want to go off of emotions, you're never going to get your points across. I'm just saying, and Shadow, we out.